Hello everyone and welcome to the CarAlarm podcast. My name is Alex.
And I'm Gaven.
And today we're reviewing Monday Night Raw and SmackDown from the second week in November, I guess, technically. But for wrestling, I think it's the first for Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, I think it's the first.
Yeah, we're going to get right into Monday Night Raw. We're a little late this week, but whatever. We can do what we want. It's America, right?
Yep, America.
I think we're still here.
Where we can deep fry water.
Yeah. Alright, let's get it straight into Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw kicked off with Miz TV, where Miz talked about Baron Corbin and their whole Twitter feud. They were sending each other Twitter videos back and forth over the past week. I guess because they're not going to have any physical interactions until Survivor Series. So you got to do something. Miz ends up telling Baron Corbin that at Survivor Series, he's going to beat him so bad that he and his championship become irrelevant. Excuse me. Or become relevant.
Yeah.
He's already irrelevant. Miz is going to make him relevant by beating him so bad. There you go.
That'd actually be pretty bad at that point.
Yeah. I don't think Corbin is the best United States champion.
He works. He's better than Jinder Mahal.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's weird. He's still only 3 weeks in, so it's hard to tell, but...
Well, I mean, he didn't go from nothing to U.S. champ in one night. He worked up to it.
No, he went from winning nothing to winning Money in the Bank to losing Money in the Bank in the dumbest way that there has been, and then he won the U.S. title. He had kind of a worse roller coaster than... Jinder Mahal didn't really have a roller coaster. He just kind of traveled uphill a little.
A little.
A lot.
He went straight up the side of a
cliff.
Of a very, very smooth cliff.
Yeah. Baron Corbin had a bit of a roller coaster to get to the U.S. Championship. The Miz then welcomes Kurt Angle. They together recount the Under Siege of Monday Night Raw from SmackDown Live, which they just keep talking about. I know it's kind of tying the whole every storyline together, but they showed replays of pretty much every single week up to that point. Just a good minute or so replay. It was a bit much. And then they show the replay of Stephanie McMahon threatening Kurt Angle, threatening his job if he doesn't get Survivor Series a victory, or get Monday Night Raw a victory at Survivor Series, rather. Angle says that he had nothing to do with the attack on Daniel Bryan and Kane. He apologizes to Daniel and such and such. The Miz then blames Kurt Angle for the Braun Strowman attack on the entire Miz-tourage last week.
Which is kind of true.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. And he asked Kurt Angle why he rewarded Braun Strowman instead of punishing him with a spot in the Survivor Series team match.
Because, I'm sorry, the Miz, Braun Strowman can, kill everybody.
Yeah.
He survived a garbage truck getting crashed with an ambulance. So, yeah, I say Braun Strowman should not only be on the team, should be leading the team to victory.
Probably. Kayfabe-wise, definitely. But Kurt Angle says that Braun Strowman is a good negotiator. He negotiated his way on the Survivor Series team because Angle, of course, wants him on the team. So, presumably, Strowman said, if you want me on the team, you have to give me a match against The Miz, which Kurt Angle then announced was happening. So...
Braun Strowman versus The Miz.
Yeah, that's later on, though. That's not quite right now. We'll get into it later. The first match of the show is Elias versus Jason Jordan in a guitar on a pole match.
I heard this, and what was left of my heart actually died.
Yeah, these whole on a pole matches. You would think after Bayley and Alexa Bliss had the travesty that was the kendo stick on a pole match, they would just give it up. But nope. It's back and it's in full stride. They had a full 15-minute match somewhere around there. Jason Jordan ended up winning after he grabbed the guitar down and tried to hit Elias, but Elias would reverse it, so on, so on, so on. Jason Jordan would get the guitar again, smash it over the back of Elias Sampson.
And Elias died.
I'm sorry, no Sampson, just Elias. And Elias died, and he won, and that's it.
Are we going to have a pole on a pole match?
I hope. Well, that's kind of what the kendo stick on a pole match was.
Yeah, I'm just talking about an actual pole on the pole.
I hope so. But also, later on in the night, I don't know if I wrote it down or not, but it's worth mentioning now since this is probably the last time we'll talk about Jason Jordan. he was added to the Survivor Series team match.
Yeah, I saw
Kurt
that.
Angle added him because it's his son, and he wanted to give his son an opportunity. So, I guess we can speculate on that a little bit later when we get into the whole Survivor Series teams and everything, because this week they're pretty much all made up, with the exception of, I think, a couple.
Just one person, and that's for SmackDown.
Well, the Raw Women's team is not full yet either, right?
Crap, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of which, the next match we have is an Asuka squash match. Asuka just squashes another homebrew, I guess. Home talent, indie talent. After the match, Alicia Fox appears on the Titantron, and she names Asuka the next member of Team Raw for the women. Which
Good.
I figured would happen. And since Asuka's on the team, unless she'll be eliminated, like how Braun Strowman was last year with the count out or disqualification or somehow, I don't think Raw's going to lose, because I don't think Asuka's going to take a pin or submission. Of course not a submission. I hope she doesn't take a pin, especially this early.
Yeah. Unless you have... Wait a minute, Nia Jax's on Raw, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Well, then, yeah, they're not losing.
No.
You have Nia Jax and Asuka.
Yeah.
I say Raw's going to win in the women's division.
I assume so. I don't really honestly care which team wins out of that group. I don't think I really care that much out of Raw or SmackDown. But yeah, I guess I do kind of care, because I would rather Asuka get the victory, considering it's,
It's Asuka.
they should be building her as the greatest women's wrestler in the world. The next match we have is, because due to last week, Joe's match with Cruz and then the attack on Titus, we get Titus O'Neil versus Samoa Joe. But as O'Neil's making his entrance, Joe comes out, throws Paulo Cruz off stage, and then gets Titus O'Neil in the coquina clutch, and the refs break it up and everything.
One of them called it something. One of the announcers or commentators.
Yeah.
They called it something. It went in the coquina clutch.
I'm not sure. I didn't listen.
I don't remember what that was.
I'm not going to lie. I don't 100% listen to the commentators. I kind of just tune them out a lot of times.
That's what we all should do.
Probably. But
Especially Michael Cole.
yeah. That wasn't the end for Samoa Joe's night, because he walked right into the ring, grabbed the microphone, basically said that anyone that stands in his way, he'll put them down, issuing pretty much an open challenge. And Finn Balor would answer that open challenge, and we get a pretty good 20 or so minute match, I want to say.
About that.
It ended up ending in a double countout as the two fought all around ringside, all the way up to the stage. They just started kind of like just brawling now. They're not even like in a wrestling match anymore. You know how the backstage brawl would happen. They're just doing that on the stage. Basically just a wrestling fight, I guess you could say. They're just fighting it out, duking it like Undertaker Brock Lesnar style.
Except without the I'll kill you.
Yeah. The referee and security is trying to break them up. Kurt Angle came out and basically said that he wanted both of those men on the Survivor Series team before Finn Balor would jump off the stage onto Samoa Joe, and then they'd still try to break it up more. So, I guess that'll be an angle at Survivor Series with yeah, with Joe and Balor being enemies all of a sudden.
They've been enemies since
I know
NXT
they have been, but it seems a little convenient that they're just now making it an on-screen thing.
They need something to do with Balor and Joe.
I know, that's true.
So why not put them both together? They're amazing.
And maybe don't let Finn Balor pretty much job out to Kane. That might help both of them.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have the Raw team. It's Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Jason Jordan. As of this week. Yeah. As of November 9th or 10th or whatever day it's.
As of current.
As of current.
That's the Raw's team.
So I think we're only missing one on SmackDown, but we'll get to that. Or do we need to? No, nothing. No one new is added to SmackDown.
Yeah,
It's
SmackDown.
It's Shane McMahon,
Randy Orton, Shinsuke
Nakamura, and Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
And then we don't have a fifth even this week.
That's going to be decided next week.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal gets added.
Oh God, don't say that. The next match is Nia Jax and Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks ends up tapping out Foxy, as they say, and after the match, Alicia Fox, though a little bit angry and hurt, she's basically impressed by Sasha Banks and she wants her on the Survivor Series team match. So, Sasha is added to the team. However, Bayley is not.
Well, Bayley really hadn't been doing much.
No. She probably will be eventually. I can't imagine who... so we have, what, Fox, Jax, Asuka, and Banks. We just need one more. I can't imagine Dana Brooke or... well, maybe Mickie James, but... I mean, why would you leave Bayley out of that? Alright, well... we'll make our team predictions at the end of SmackDown and what we think will happen. We still have a little ways to go before we have to make Survivor Series predictions, but we can kind of...
we can go ahead and speculate on it.
Yeah. Next is the Miz versus Braun Strowman match. Strowman pretty much beats up Miz for a good while before taking out all three of the Miz Taraj, including the Miz, before Kane would enter. I guess he's still got some beef with Strowman. Excuse me. He would try to choke slam Braun Strowman, but Strowman would get out of it, deliver a power slam before Kane would just do his no-sell sit-up gimmick, which he stole from the Undertaker, I think. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know if he used that a long time ago. Did
Who,
Kane ever
Kane?
actually do that very often?
They both did it a lot.
Okay.
They're, especially when they're like, I think he got it when they were in the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
I think that's where he took it from. I don't know. I
like
could be
infected
wrong.
him.
But I do know that, you know, he's been using it since like almost the beginning of his career.
Okay, well, he did that, and he stood up, and then Braun Strowman sent him right over the top rope, and then the Miz Taraj jumped Braun Strowman, but Strowman would end up standing tall while they all fall.
Because, you know, it's like fruit flies hitting a rhino. It's not really going to help that much.
Uh-huh.
You got to have a John Cena, The Rock, and Brock Lesnar in there to damage Braun Strowman.
Roman Reigns. Don't forget about Roman. He's added to that list now.
The Shield. Just have the Shield attack Braun Strowman. That'll work.
Speaking of which, this, I guess it's kind of a weird time to bring it up, but not this week, but after Monday night, apparently Roman Reigns is cleared to return. So I guess we're getting, and at the end of the show we can speculate on what will happen with Roman. I think it's pretty clear, but I just wanted to put that out there. So Roman Reigns should be back for Survivor Series. So I hope. Well, I'll talk about it later. When the time will come, I will talk about it.
Then let's get to that time.
Okay, but first we have to go through Cruiserweight segment. Enzo Amore comes out to just talk about himself. This time he's not accompanied by what's that guy?
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak. He kind of rants for a little while just about pretty much everything. About just how much money he makes, which is kind of a usual thing because I think he got in trouble for that in real life for flaunting that. He talks about Kalisto and the crowd, I guess just waiting for the music to hit because the commentators were also saying that he's been talking for too long. As if it wasn't obvious what they were trying to do. The commentators were saying, oh my god, Enzo's been talking for so long, please shut up. I guess trying to give us that feeling of, well, yeah, you're right, she is talking too long, he should shut up. But he does because Kalisto interrupts him, but doesn't enter the ring. He grabs a chair and sits at ringside before Kurt Angle comes out and introduces the United Kingdom champion, Pete Dunne, for a match against the Certified G, I guess you could say.
Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah. So we get a champion versus champion match, even though it's not Survivor Series. Why didn't they just do this at Survivor Series? It would have been better than Kalisto versus Enzo, I think.
I don't know.
I know they were in the UK for Raw, so I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it then, but
they should have announced the match.
Or well, they could have had Pete Dunne and Enzo do a thing, but I would have liked a UK championship
Throw
match.
pumpkins at each other.
Why pumpkins? It's November. You gotta get turkeys in there.
Okay, then fine. Then throw small Christmas trees because everybody's still decorating for Christmas, even though it's not even Thanksgiving.
People look past it. People look past it.
They also look past Halloween.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
Yeah, so Pete Dunne ended up beating Enzo Amore thanks to a distraction by Kalisto. It looked like Enzo might have actually could have won the match, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Pete Dunne's great. I think Pete Dunne should have pretty much murdered Enzo. Enzo could have like cheated or something, maybe almost won, but
Now you gotta make the Cruiserweight champ look strong.
I guess so. And I know Pete Dunne's not on the main roster TV anyway, so no one really knows about him, casual-wise. So, but whatever.
Question: What's
Ask.
happened to Cass?
He was injured a long time ago. Remember with
He's still injured.
he's still injured. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything about him. As far as I know, he's still out for injury. So, yeah. Next up, we have the main event of Monday Night Raw. It is The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose for the Raw Tag Team Championships. This was a really good match, I thought.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. But at the end of the match, well, I don't want to say, around the end of the match, both teams were just all laid out. All four of them just in the ring dead.
Dead as dirt.
Yeah, and then the New Day's music hits.
New Day?
And Kofi, Big E, and Xavier Woods are at the top of the crowd, I guess.
Coming down Shield style.
Coming down Shield style. Basically saying that Raw is once again under siege, but kind of low-key saying that Kurt Angle's gathering every possible superstar backstage, trying to get them all out to the ring. They surround
someone
the
has
ring.
A chair.
Yes.
I don't remember who it was,
I
but
don't
someone
know
had
either.
a chair.
Yeah, everyone was just out at ringside. And then Sheamus would deliver a brogue kick, or did he?
Yeah.
He delivered a brogue kick, right?
Yeah, he hit a brogue kick and then for the pin.
Yep, to Seth Rollins, and they became the new tag team champions. Sheamus and Cesaro, that is. What are they, three-time now? Three-time?
2 or 3, yeah, something like that.
They won, they had the titles before they were red, correct? Did
Yeah.
they not? So, they won it again off of Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And they lost it to Rollins and Ambrose, and they just won it back, so they're three-time, right?
Yeah, 3
Okay.
time.
Okay.
3 time.
Yeah, because they lost it to Jeff and Mania. So, yep, and then no Under Siege happens. That's the end of Monday Night Raw. The Shield losing the tag titles.
Thanks to the New Day.
Yeah, so with the announcement of Roman Reigns probably being cool to come back, most likely coming back next week, I have to assume it'll be Shield versus New Day at Survivor Series, right? Which sounds awesome.
That does.
A 3-on-3.
What if the New Day just like in the middle of the match just throws a unicorn at Roman Reigns?
Like an
Just
actual unicorn?
No, like a giant stuffed unicorn.
Oh.
Just Biggie just takes it and throws it at Roman.
Braun Strowman style with the chair. I'd be game for
Like,
that.
I'm not sure what would happen there, but I would probably die laughing. Like that would probably make the rest. If that happened, that was the first match. I wouldn't care what happened the rest of the night.
I do hope New Day would have some kind of like. The promos are going to be great. Well, you know, we only have like a week and a half left.
Yeah.
So we probably won't get but maybe a half a promo. One on SmackDown probably.
One on SmackDown, one on Raw.
Yeah, and then the match. But
A Twitter feud.
it could be great.
Remember, folks, if you write with a bird, it's called tweeting.
What?
It's from Moana, man.
I've never seen Moana. I know. I listen. I hear it's a good movie. All right.
It is. It's one of the few new Disney movies I like.
Yeah, well, I love animation, and Disney's great at it, so I'm sure it's good. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. It's been out for like a year, so I'm a little late, but I'm working my way there. Let's move on to SmackDown Live from November or something.
New Day.
Yep. So Shane McMahon opens SmackDown Live to once again, just like Monday Night Raw, basically just plug Survivor Series, and say that SmackDown Live will be known as the show rather than the B show. from now on, which is still not true.
Well, they were the show for a little while.
Yeah, they were. He says he holds Kurt Angle responsible for Daniel Bryan's attack. And,
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that he will get revenge on the Monday Night Raw, and specifically on Kurt Angle.
So we are definitely seeing Shane McMahon versus Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Be interesting.
I have a feeling those two will probably start off the Survivor Series match, right?
Right.
I would hope so, or maybe be the last two. No, maybe not that. I don't know. Anyway.
Shane O'Mac's not going to be one of the last ones.
No, he won't. He says that Daniel Bryan will be back next week on SmackDown Live, and then he welcomes the New Day to the ring and basically congratulates them for their invasion of Monday Night Raw. Again. New Day says that they will be the first in line in Raw if Raw attempts a retaliation of any kind on SmackDown Live. They will be on the front lines defending SmackDown.
Just like they were on the front lines attacking Raw.
That's right. Then Shane McMahon decides to dance with the New Day.
Which is typical white guyness. Shane, you should never dance again.
No, he's just like, who was it that danced with Brodus Clay? Do you remember that? Someone, I don't remember who was it.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't know if it was like Kali or if it was.
Wasn't Kali?
If it was Vicky Guerrero, maybe. I think some authority figure, kayfabe, danced with Brodus Clay in the ring. I remember it being very bad. I could be wrong about that. I definitely don't want to see it again, so I'm not going to try to prove myself wrong or right. But I just thought I'd bring it up. Because if you know what that is, and you didn't see that, then it definitely is a reminder. Shane McMahon does not have the hips for days like Big E does. That's definitely for sure. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interrupt this whole dance party.
I have to point out, Sami Zayn's strut out.
Yes, it was wonderful.
It was hilarious.
Sami Zayn is a heel.
He's amazing.
Turns out it's absolutely wonderful. He's so over the top. It's incredibly entertaining.
He's better than a face.
Yeah. They blame Shane McMahon for setting up both of the two to fail and not get a chance at Survivor Series, basically. Shane says that they aren't worthy of representing SmackDown Live, and he makes Kofi Kingston versus Sami Zayn for immediately.
For immediately.
For immediately,
ladies and gentlemen.
You can quote me on that. You can use it. It's fine. Put it on a t-shirt. So Kofi and Kingston versus Sami Zayn happened. It was a pretty good match. It ended with a random top rope crossbody, though.
Yeah.
Weird.
I didn't understand it.
Me neither.
I'm not sure if that was a fluke.
Kofi getting the win, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a fluke because it was so dumb.
Yeah, it was. It seems kind of
about it.
Stupid for Zayn to just lose off of a crossbody from New Day.
I'm thinking it was a fluke.
I don't. You mean like legit fluke, like accident?
Yeah, like it was an accident.
I don't know. Oh, so okay, so we do have something to talk about after the match. As soon as Kofi won, Owens entered the ring and beat down Kofi Kingston, saved Sami Zayn. They rolled out, and the New Day was left standing in the ring. Apparently, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were supposed to stay in the ring to get beaten up by the New Day. However, they did not. They got punished and were kicked off of the United Kingdom tour, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard from several different sources on the internet. So, you know, maybe they don't carry it. Maybe WWE's in a bad spot with
their people.
Yeah, Neville Aries. I guess that's it, really. But
no,
anyway.
They could release John Cena just because they're dumb.
Oh no, because actually we do have a full SmackDown team on Twitter. Should we say this now or should we save it?
Let's save it.
Okay.
Let's get going.
So, next up we have Aiden English introducing Rusev for
with his miraculous voice.
Yes, and his Rusev
that
Day
makes me want to
song.
kill myself.
I like Aiden English's Rusev Day song.
I don't like his voice.
Okay.
I like the song. I do not like him singing it.
So Rusev has a match with Randy Orton instead of AJ Styles because, why not? They changed it, which I don't think we even mentioned yet, that it was changed to AJ Styles fighting Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship.
Because something happened last week between that?
Yeah, because why not? I guess is the reasoning. But Orton ends up winning with an RKO out of nowhere.
It was legit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It looked
On
beautiful.
Rusev. But whatever.
Orton's just trying to Rusev's going for something. RKO. And
Yeah.
it looked like it hurt like a month. Because we're sitting...
Listen, after you do it for 15 years, the RKO looks beautiful these days.
Because, like, Rusev went, like, head first.
I know.
It looked amazing.
Sad state Rusev's in, though, these days. On
At
SmackDown.
least we know he can still an RKO.
Next we have the first intergender match I think I've seen in a very long time.
And it was actually an okay match.
Yeah, I genuinely can't remember the last time there was one that I've seen on Raw.
I'm going to say never for me.
I feel like I must have seen one, whether it was... Yeah, I don't know. But,
China and one of the Guerreros.
Well, no, I mean, like...
That's the last one I
recent.
remember.
So, I know, of course China is an exception, but I mean, like, within the past 10 years or 5 years even. I don't know if maybe Beth Phoenix had a match with someone, or... I don't know. I don't know, but the point is, this is a big deal, kind of, sort of.
I was very shocked.
Yeah, me too. Happy, though, because it's wrestling. You can do it. Why wouldn't you have male versus female matches?
Because the children.
So, what is that gonna tell them?
I don't know.
That women and men are equal in wrestling? Oh man, that's a harm, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Just the children.
Yeah, that's probably honestly the thought process that they have. So we gotta be careful what we put out there.
Benny Mac just one day woke up, children! We have to protect the children! And everyone thought he just didn't take his pills that morning.
I think he takes pills, medicine pills. I know he's
Antipsychotics. Heavy
Yes.
ones. I'm sorry, when you had the guy that made the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club and called out God. Yeah, I feel like antipsychotics are heavily needed.
Okay, well, James Ellsworth ended up tapping into Becky Lynch's disarmor after...
He was very cocky in the ring.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad of a match. It was actually pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah.
The crowd was dead, but I thought the match was pretty good.
They did not care for James Ellsworth.
No.
That's it. James Ellsworth.
Neither
just
does
kills
Carmella
everything.
now. Because after the match, Carmella just super kicked him, and then they all walked out.
Made me so happy.
So with these releases, like Summer Rae and Darren Young and, who else was released? I feel like a bigger name was... Oh, yeah, Emma. Emma was released. Do you think Ellsworth might be on the chopping block?
Yes, I hope so. We all know my extreme... I hate James Ellsworth more than Jinder Mahal.
I know. So he's got to watch out for that. In a dangerous spot. Next, we have a tag title match, just like on Monday Night Raw. The Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Jay, I think, is the Uso that he goes to the outside at one point in the match, and Gable comes from out of nowhere, more than an RKO, and just chop blocks Uso's leg right out from under him, and then rolls under the ring immediately.
He just killed him.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here watching this, and then Chad Gable just comes out and goes, blam! I was like, oh, that.
Super, super fast. And then Jay ends up getting counted out, even though
in the ring.
Shelton Benjamin literally just watches him get counted
I
out.
didn't understand that.
Me neither.
Why don't you just... You're bigger than him. Just pick him up, put him back in the ring.
Or just roll out a different side and roll back in. The count will start over.
Yeah.
I think Corey Graves was telling Benjamin he should probably leave the ring and get back in so the count starts over, but hopefully...
You're saying, like, get him back in the ring You're saying everything.
Yeah.
My assumption, this is probably farthest from the truth, Shelton Benjamin just spaced out.
Just zoned out, what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I'm pretty hungry. Or I guess breakfast in the morning. It was pretty late probably.
I don't know.
You think Uso might actually be injured? You think maybe he was legit? Because apparently he was helped out of the ring after it went to a
He
commercial
might be
break.
legit injured.
But they could have just been,
selling it.
yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do.
But with our luck, he's probably injured.
I hope not.
If we get the next another WrestleMania everybody injured thing,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because that was awful. We had Kevin Owens, John Cena, Seth Rollins,
Tyson Kidd, who's still... He probably won't wrestle again. But
we are not mentioning Tyson.
Nikki Bella, I think, was injured still.
We had Orton. I think
Cesaro was injured.
Cesaro.
Every champion from the previous WrestleMania was injured, which was
and then
crazy. Yeah. But let's move on to the main event of the entire evening, which is Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles for the WWE World Championship. Woo woo! By far the best match I think Jinder Mahal has ever had.
And that's because it was with AJ Styles.
It should be literally no surprise that it was with AJ Styles.
Do I have to say, it wasn't all AJ?
No, it was...
Jinder Mahal was amazing.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't...
He's getting better.
Yeah, he is. I think he played a good role. He wasn't just... He was the powerhouse of the match, I guess. And he just could kind of overpower AJ Styles no matter what AJ did, so he had to do different stuff than he normally did. He didn't do the Styles Clash and stuff like that. One, because I think he really couldn't do it on Jinder Mahal. But it also just played into the whole thing they were doing. It was really good. I liked it a lot. And, of course, AJ Styles murdered the Singh brothers outside.
Yeah, he did.
He actually killed one of them.
Like, freaking tackles him and just started wailing on him. That was beautiful.
It was. And then he hit the phenomenal forearm on Jinder Mahal for the Uno, Dos, Tres. And the new two-time WWE World Champion was AJ Styles.
So now we get AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar.
A little late in the game, but the
I'll
result,
take it.
Yeah, the result is pretty wonderful. So,
what is Paul Heyman gonna say Monday?
I don't know. I hope he's on Raw.
Brock Lesnar's gonna be back on Raw.
Okay. So then,
so what is Paul Heyman gonna say?
I have no idea.
Brock Lesnar next Tuesday just invades SmackDown. Puts the roster under siege by himself.
Okay, so we have the Survivor Series teams. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up Microsoft Word. I'm gonna type out the team. We're gonna say them out loud. My computer's a little slow, so I gotta stall for a bit as Microsoft Word loads. And then we're gonna say, we'll just predict what we think generally will go down on the Survivor Series for both team matches. That's the women and the men's. So we have Shane McMahon. We have Orton.
Bobby Roode.
We have
Shinsuke Nakamura.
And
we don't know yet.
Okay, so yes we do. Because on Twitter, Shane McMahon, for some reason not on TV, which would have been great.
Out of
nowhere, Randy Orton style. Everyone's just getting inspired by Orton these weeks. John Cena was announced as the last member of the Survivor Series team.
You have to have John Cena, though. Think about it.
I think it's good. I really like the team for Survivor Series. I think it's wonderful.
See, we have to have John Cena to counteract the Braun Strowman on the opposite side.
And potential Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Okay, so next... Excuse me.
Excuse his rudeness.
We have Monday Night Raw.
Mr. Angle.
We have Kurt Angle.
Braun Strowman. Samoa Joe.
Finn Balor.
And...
That's it. Oh, no, it's not. Who else do we have?
We have one more guy. We mean that's it.
I was counting the word Raw as the fifth member.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, Jason Jordan. Well, he's pretty forgettable, apparently.
Obviously.
Okay, so we'll do the men's match first, I guess. We'll close with that since that's going to be the main event of Survivor Series anyway. Even though I've already written them down, so I guess. I gotta find it. Hold on, I'm gonna find a text box so I can put them side by side. This is the process of Microsoft Word with an unannounced
text box right here, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, he's trying to figure out Microsoft Word. It's not a very...
Listen, I get it. Okay, it was just an unannounced segment that we're doing. So it was just kind of out of nowhere.
Just like John Cena.
We're inspired too by
every RKO.
Randy Orton. Okay, so we have Becky, who's a team leader. Charlotte. Naomi.
This is for SmackDown, by the way.
Yes, this is for SmackDown Live. We have Carmella, right? Is Carmella on the team?
I think so. I don't see why she wouldn't be.
And Tamina. And for Raw, we have
Foxy.
Nia
Jax.
Nia.
Sasha Banks. Asuka. And then we don't know.
And we don't have a fifth member. We can predict that as well. Okay, so the women. For the fifth member, I have to assume, if it's not Bayley, that it'll be Mickie James. Because I don't know who else they would put.
You don't have anyone else, unless Paige makes a surprise return.
Apparently Paige is supposed to be coming back on SmackDown. But
so is she going to be on the team?
the team's already full for SmackDown.
Well, she can take, like, I don't know, Tamina's place.
She could do the old Survivor Series ECW style where she rips off the Monday Night Raw t-shirt and there's a SmackDown Live shirt under it, and then Becky Lynch gets the disarmor on, like, Alicia Fox and taps out. You know what? I'm game for that. I'm going to put Paige down just for Team Raw.
And we're hoping that happens.
We're going to predict that to happen, even though it's very unlikely. I'm game for it. I want it to happen.
Well, it's not very... It's like a 40-60 chance.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they like doing their stuff in repetition. Things on a pole match. As bad as that sounds.
Well, that's only happened like once before, I think.
What?
The whole rip off the... maybe like a few times, probably. I think it's happened with NWO before. But I think now would be a good time to do it. I think that would be cool. Paige return.
This is something that, we can have in repetition. Unlike things on a pole match.
It would make it interesting, too, I think, the women's match, which isn't very interesting right now. Other than with Asuka, currently. I find that
because Asuka's the best thing in his existence.
Yeah. Okay, so... So, I guess if we predict that'll happen. Well, I guess we kind of did our prediction for the women's already, then.
Yeah.
If we both agree on that. Now we have the men's Survivor Series match. So, again, I'll run down the teams real quick. We have Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, and John Cena for SmackDown Live.
On Raw, we have Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and Jason Jordan.
Yep. So
which is probably going to be Roman Reigns after Monday. Which I'm
means
game for.
I'm not, because we're not going to get the full 3-on-3 New Day match.
Maybe.
You think he's gonna work both matches?
He can.
Beginning is New Day versus Shield.
Come on. Roman Reigns is already almost Super Cena level.
And he's a sole survivor in both matches.
and then he's with the Shield.
Yeah.
Whenever the Shield's together, they just make each other 10 times stronger.
Yeah,
so, I mean, come on.
Oh, you know what? Here's what I want to happen. And here's what I think might actually happen. So, Kurt Angle, specifically on Monday Night Raw, said he's entrusting Jason Jordan basically with his job, right? There was a rumored feud between Angle and Jordan, and Kurt Angle said he would like to have a match with Jason Jordan in the end of this whole father-son thing.
Yeah.
What if Jason Jordan somehow either costs Kurt Angle his spot, the elimination, or costs the entire team? Kurt Angle gets fired, kayfabe of course, so he can come back next week. He comes back, attacks Jordan, or somehow it's a falling out. Jason Jordan reveals that I hate you, Dad, or whatever. Somehow that leads to Jason Jordan versus Kurt Angle. I think I'd be okay with that.
That would be amazing.
I haven't figured out all the fine details, if it wasn't obvious, but I think that would be cool. I would like that. And maybe that might what be happening.
His English is more broken than mine. But yeah, that might happen, dude.
Strowman, however, is a problem. Joe can be eliminated by anyone because I don't trust WWE to really treat him as they should. Yeah.
Like they've been making him out to be.
Yeah, so he'll probably be eliminated by Bobby Roode or Shane McMahon. But Braun Strowman is treated like God. So
he has to be eliminated by John Cena.
Or Maybe we get a Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a cool combo.
Shinsuke and Cena team up to attack him.
The whole team probably will kill him.
Except for Shane. Shane
Put
will
him
die.
through all 3 tables at ringside. There's usually 3 tables on a pay-per-view right at ringside.
There's more than that. We
No,
got the
no, no,
three
no,
at
no.
ringside, yeah.
Just
And
go
then we have,
all the way down the
all
crowd.
side.
Just bam, 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 all 20 tables.
You've got to with Braun Strowman, or you're not going to kill him.
Strowman's gonna have a really bad spine problem after that.
Now,
Yeah.
you know what happens? Brock Lesnar comes out, and he just attacks Braun Strowman because he doesn't like Strowman.
Just because he doesn't like him.
Just 'cause
Despite
he
that
doesn't
he's
like
got a title match before or after the Survivor Series
It's
elimination
probably
match.
going to be before.
Probably.
And I mean, come on. Yeah, well, I forgot Jinder Mahal wasn't the champion anymore.
No, it's AJ Styles versus Lesnar, so.
Okay, I have to point this out. You guys can't see this, but alright, dude, your print over here for the men's is significantly bigger than the one over here for the
I know.
women's.
Listen, I changed the font size of.
It's like 12 point to like 28.
I don't have any kind of agenda. I just changed the font size, so that way I could have room for Carmella and them. And I'm also a little bit partially blind, so.
That's gonna work out great for you in the future.
So I figured I'd make it bigger, so easier to read, and then it turns out I need to make a text box for the women's side. So I made that, and I never changed the font size because it was over pretty quickly.
But anyways,
So yeah,
they're definitely gonna have a problem with Braun Strowman. Shield betrays the Raw and goes to SmackDown.
they rip off their vests, and it's got SmackDown T-shirts.
And they just
Use it on everyone.
They shield the Braun Strowman.
Shield powerbomb, or shield bomb,
They just destroy him.
through all the announce tables. We get a shield bomb. I'm game. No, I don't think that'll happen. I hope Roman's not in the match, and I honestly think.
I want the Shield versus New Day.
Here's what
And
they
I
could
want
do.
the unicorn thing to happen.
I want, I want the Paige thing to happen.
I do
We
too.
talk about her turning sides. If that happens, I don't think SmackDown should clean sweep the Survivor Series matches. So what you could have happen, because I also want the Jason Jordan Kurt Angle thing. So I think you could have Jason Jordan not cost Raw the victory, but cost Kurt Angle the elimination, and then Angle's just personally mad at Jason Jordan, but Raw maybe could still win because of Strowman or something.
Or what if Jason Jordan accidentally gets Angle eliminated?
That's what I just said.
No, you may cost him the elimination.
Okay, I said it weird, but that's what I meant.
Okay.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Now we got this cleared up.
Sorry for the confusion. But then I guess that wouldn't really get Kurt Angle in trouble, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Stephanie Mann probably still fire him.
You're fired because one guy got eliminated, and that was you.
Well, I would assume Jason Jordan and everyone would get eliminated too, except for maybe Strowman.
Braun Strowman's not getting eliminated.
If it's
unless
gonna-
it's by John Cena.
If there's gonna be 2 lone survivors for both teams, 1 on each team, that is, who do you think they will be?
John Cena and Braun Strowman.
Oh my God, stop it.
I mean, come on. You have John Cena, okay? He's like the biggest guy on that team.
Well, yeah.
And he's the only one that actually looks like he stands a chance against Braun Strowman, who is, Braun Strowman. He can kill the Raw and SmackDown locker room and then go get some fried chicken.
What about, we have Orton, Nakamura. Go get fried chicken.
I don't know, first thing that popped in my head.
We have Orton, Nakamura, Rude, and Cena. I guess you have a good point in that.
I mean, like, Orton, he'll just get killed. Sorry, he's not really going to stand much of a chance against Braun. Rude, maybe? And maybe Shinsuke? But I'd Cena as the best bet. Shane's
I guess
definitely
so.
not going to do
Especially kayfabe-wise. I mean, Nakamura and Rude are barely built up whatsoever on SmackDown right now. Nakamura doesn't look that good. He lost to Jinder Mahal twice, 3 times maybe, I think. So, I guess if anyone would be, it would be Cena. But Shane McMahon versus Kurt Angle's gonna be nice. Did you see their King of the Ring match from
I
a
did
while back? They had
I didn't even know they had a King of the
They
Ring match.
did. It's a hardcore match. It was absolutely amazing.
Are
Shane
these
McMahon-
does 5-on-5 matches DQ?
Yes. if you remember last year, Braun Strowman got counted out because James Ellsworth was holding his leg. That's how he got eliminated.
And James Ellsworth died, and I was
That's why
incredibly happy.
That's why I said something like that would have to happen to Asuka. However, Asuka hasn't lost a match in like her entire time in WWE. So that would end that as well. So I don't want that to happen. And that would count as her losing a match, whether it's DQ. I guess if Raw's gonna lose, do it that way, but just make Raw win. How about that? Actually, no, I lied because I like the Paige idea. So do that to Asuka. There you go. Did it. My predictions are done. I have it all figured
I'm
out.
still predicting the unicorn thing to happen in the Shield.
You're predicting it? You're not just hoping?
I'm predicting.
Okay.
I mean, come on. You've got to do something. Just Roman gets attacked with a freaking unicorn. What's Roman? It's not really gonna hurt Roman.
Just get a motorcycle and make it look like a unicorn and just drive it down the ring and just ram into Reigns. He's got that vest. He'll be fine. He'll be perfectly fine.
I mean, come on. You've got. It's not really gonna hurt Roman, so he's just like, wait, what's going on here? And then he gets,
sell it.
Yeah, it's a giant stuffed unicorn. He'd just be like, what's going on? And then he gets eliminated right there. That's how you eliminate.
I would hope it would be an elimination match between New Day and Shield, like the Evolution and Shield had. Even though Evolution got completely murdered, none of the Shield was eliminated.
Because why not?
It was a good match, great match.
I loved it. But come on.
Let's see.
It's like with Sting versus Triple H. I absolutely hated that match.
Me too. Me too. I think everyone
should have been a good match. My dad was incredibly mad about it.
I didn't like it. It was just kind of boring, and it didn't make much sense with the whole Kevin Nash and Scott Hall being against the NWO.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense either.
Considering they founded it. But, I guess, do we have anything? What else do we have? We have to have some kind of news, right?
Oh, I want to talk about... You go first.
No, go for it. You.
I want to say something about Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega.
I was going to bring that up as well. We're getting Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega
at Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Yeah.
That's right. 12, right?
Yes, 12.
All right.
That's going to be incredible. I have to find a way to watch that.
So does that mean that Jericho isn't with WWE right now?
I don't know.
Because I've never heard of WWE actually letting their superstars do this.
So, it's weird because, now I don't want to say, I didn't really fact check much of this. It's just what I've heard. So, take it with a grain of salt. But, I've heard several things that Jericho's contract is still with the WWE and that he's just doing this in New Japan because they let him. So if that's the case, I guess this is a really, really much bigger deal now that WWE's letting Jericho wrestle for New Japan. Maybe to get Kenny Omega?
Maybe.
Maybe they're going to be like, hey, Kenny, you want to come wrestle for us? Now that Jericho wrestled for you guys? So, I don't know, but...
I'm going to watch that match.
Me too. I have to find... It was on January 4th. I'm going to watch it as well. I have to find some way to do it.
I don't care if I have to pull it up on YouTube.
I'll pay the, I think, $9 for the New Japan streaming app that they have for 1 month. If I have to. I want to watch that, though.
I mean, it's Chris Jericho. And he came out to his song Judas?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Jericho's Fozzy Band. They're also having a Rockin' Wrestling at Sea tour cruise, which Jericho is having, where they're going to have wrestling matches and some rock and roll playing on the cruise, which sounds great. So Ring of Honor, guys, as far as I know. Do we have anything else? Let's think. We went through, I don't know. We kind of run down everything.
I think that's it.
I think that's it, too. Alright, you ready to close the show?
Let's close the show.
Alright. You can follow us on Twitter at CarAlarm Podcast.
You can find our page on Facebook. Type in the little search bar at Sounding CarAlarm. You can find our page. Give us a follow, a like, all that good stuff that Facebook uses.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember that we are CarAlarm.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching.